And we are
back.
Bitches. Is it working? It's working. I think it's working, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna take some hits off screen of TikTok.
I think it's working. I think it's doing a thing. I think we finally got it figured out.
So I wanted to ask you guys, I just saw somebody comment on that TikTok live. I just see people, do you have friends that are single with the like mind of you, or do you have a younger sister? Has that ever worked for you guys? Like, has everyone said, oh my God, yeah, I got you. Let me hook you up. Her name's Jessica.
It's me, Jessica.
In here. That's one of my favorite movies.
I can't hear that name without doing that. It's just as bad as Sima every time.
Can we watch that movie?
We can. Somebody said that there's a lag between TikTok and here. There's a lag here because YouTube does that. It helps ensure upload integrity. So, do you want to tell the engagement story since we said we would do that when we went live?
Yes, let me take a sippy sip.
Okay.
Ow.
Diana, thank you and your boyfriend for the support and watching the podcast.
Okay. So, I hope that the person who asked about the engagement story is still here. So, one morning, I woke up, and now we can kind of deduce it back to probably a very extreme episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I woke up, and I was fully convinced that Chris no longer loved me, he didn't want to be with me anymore, and he was in hiding, planning his way out. And I walked out into the living room, I sat on the couch, and I just kind of sat there. I was like, okay, I have to ask him. I was like, you can't just sit here and be sad. That's not you. And he's going to notice, and he's going to ask you why, so you should just tell him why. And I was like, do you still love me?
And then you broke down crying.
And I just started sobbing. You were like, why would you ask me that? And I can't remember what I said, but I'm just sitting there crying. And I'm like, you're going to leave me. And you're going to find somebody better. And it's just snot everywhere. And I remember you just got up and walked away. And I was like, I'm sitting here bearing my soul to my man. He said absolutely nothing to me, and he just walked away. And I was like, fuck this guy. And then he came back, and he's just standing there, and I have my hands, like my head in my hands, and he hands me this box, and I'm looking at this box, and I'm looking at him, and he goes, are you going to open it? And I'm like, what? I don't fucking understand what's happening. And then I open the box, and it's a ring, and I'm looking at the box, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, are you kidding? Like, are you joking? And he was like, that's a pretty expensive fucking joke. And I am speechless. Like, talk about... And then you said, well, are you going to say yes? And then it just...
And then you cried some more.
Fucking sobbed, yeah.
So what you didn't tell them is that I already had a weekend trip planned and paid for.
Right.
We had a hotel room, like, on a beach.
Yeah.
Not, like, near the beach. Like, if you opened the sliding glass door and stepped off, you'd be on the sand and, like, less than 100 feet from the water.
Yeah.
Had a whole shit planned out. It was supposed to be, like, a stormy weekend so that, like, you could do the whole porch thing and, like... Yep. And it just... None of it played out. And then it kind of worked out that it didn't play out like that because then we got hit by a hurricane.
Right.
So.
And I think the best part in all of that was I had it dead set in my mind that we were never going to get married.
Yeah.
That was never going to be an option.
That's because we discussed that heavily.
Right. And you're like, never again. And I was like, okay, I'm on board. What gave me away, I guess, I had no idea. We were driving to the mall like an hour away from us to do some out of town shopping. Mm. And you were asking me questions. What was it like? Have you ever thought about getting married? And like, I kind of sat there and I was like, no, not really. Like we haven't, like we agreed that wasn't going to be a thing. So I haven't put any time into fantasizing about it. Like, why hurt my feelings like that?
And then I was like, would you take my last name? And you're like, yes.
I said it so quick.
And I was like, yeah, you've been thinking about it, you fucker.
No, like I haven't planned. I didn't. Like at that time you asked me, I hadn't planned out a wedding. I hadn't like, oh, this is the dress I would wear if he ever asked. I never looked at wedding rings, like nothing. But you're damn right. When I'm in the car by myself, okay, yeah, that sounds right. And I would like try a different accent and be like, yeah, that's good. It sounds great in every language. It's meant to be.
It's funny.
And yeah, I said yes so quick. You even noted it. You were like, that was fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angela Bartolone, how's the apprenticeship going? Or I'm sorry, not the apprenticeship, the job. You got a job. You're not an apprentice. How's the job going?
Still awaiting Ace Ventura. I know I'm getting there. I'm getting into the mindset. I can't be Jim Carrey when I'm depressed.
Yeah.
I have the shirt though. I have my Ace Ventura shirt. So we're getting there. I have been watching more of his interviews and just the way he acts. I've never seen that video of him just eating watermelon in a grocery store. Funniest thing I've ever seen. And he just put it back.
All right, I'm going to check on the kids real quick.
Okay.
And then we can find a topic to discuss.
Okay.
Guys, if you would like to definitely have your shit answered, super chats are the way to do that. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. All right, come back over here. Taking a break. Taking a hit, maybe? Let's take a hit, guys. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Hit talk.
They are in the fort.
That fort was the greatest thing I've ever thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah. He slept under that last night.
Did he?
Yeah, he came and woke me up. Oh, he woke me up because he accidentally got onto my Netflix
No.
account. And he was like, I don't understand what's happening. And it's I think it was, he was a musician. Ray? Is that the movie?
Ray Charles?
Maybe. But he was so confusing. I don't understand. I'm like, I'm half awake at 3
So
o'clock.
glad it wasn't The Witcher.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Yeah, I can. That would have been bad.
That would have been awful, yeah. I was like, the picture, click the picture. And he was like, okay, the picture. And he was like, oh, the bird. And I was like, there you go. He figured it out.
All right, we got a super. Vanessa Ruiz. Did you
Right.
accept the kids early on, Chris? Kind of. That was one of those things that, like, my kids are grown. And I didn't
Your
want
kids have kids.
Yeah, I'm a grandfather. Grandpa.
Why is that hard?
I didn't want to do the kid thing.
No, you didn't.
I wanted to, like, I was semi-retired, working pretty much only when I wanted to. And I didn't want to do the kid thing. I didn't want to take that retirement away. But there's, sacrifices. You're going to, if you want what you want, that's just the way things have to be sometimes. And it was never like a fuck them kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like that now.
Oh, fuck those kids.
But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. It was, I saw an opportunity to help raise two little beings.
Yeah.
And if that, hopefully they have my values, and
I think they're turning out pretty okay.
I think that would be a good thing. So
They are different children than what they were a few years ago.
yeah.
And plus, I think, 10 years is nothing compared to the rest of your life with me,
Right. I agree. So announcements.
Announcements.
We've just 2 super chats and then announcements. How do I get over myself and use words of appreciation to my boyfriend? He needs it, but I don't know how. What do you mean you don't know how?
You know what you appreciate about that man.
Are you like ashamed to talk to him? Like,
Are you angry at him?
right. Why would you not want to do that? That uplifting words of affirmation go so far for a dude. It really, really does.
Yeah. Sometimes I worry that you get tired of me doing it.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Or like it's going to come across too cheesy and you'll be like, oh, this again.
Yeah, not even a little bit. Dakota said, no question, just want y'all to know I love y'all. I'm going to listen while I finish this inventory. 1.5 million accounted for. Love that. Silas, thank you for the 99-cent chat.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's the Silas who said that they look up to you.
That's pretty dope.
That is dope.
Desclan said, member for 5 months. 5 months with you guys. Y'all should get on AJ about making membership badges. Actually, I think that's probably on my department to do that, but I will mention it to him for sure. Make a note.
Oh, it's Jordan. Hey, Jordan.
All right. So I'll make a note so I can tell AJ that. So thank you for the $10, Jordan. So the announcement is I put in the shirt order for 1,000 shirts,
Okay.
half in desert tan because I like that desert tan color, and
With
then
the
half in the black that we're both wearing right now. And then we are redoing the accountability t-shirt, but we're going to do it with bright pink accountability instead of red, so that it's a different shirt, and we're going to make the prints a little bit smaller. And then I put in the order for the hoodies today.
Ooh, hell yeah.
So we will have 60 Carhartt hoodies that say prioritize, execute, and burn the fucking ships on the back with the chest piece logo on the titty. So
I like that.
those are definitely happening. I put those orders in today.
I'm going to get mine before you.
His and her shirts will be done hopefully tomorrow so that we can pick those up, take pictures, and get those ready to go for the August 13th t-shirt drop.
I am so excited for that.
I am too.
I hope that does really well.
I think it will. All right, let's read these supers. Tips for forgiveness and regaining trust. Be patient and be honest.
Yes.
The honesty has to be there. The willingness on both parties to work has to be there. You can't expect things to just magically fix themselves.
Understand that there's going to be anger.
Yeah.
And don't let that anger sway you into making a choice that you wouldn't make rationally.
Yeah. Whoever was the one that did the dirty has to be willing to accept the fact that they're going to have to eat crow for a little while.
Oh, yeah. You better add some hot sauce to that shit because it's going to be real bland for a real long time.
Yep. April Cummings said, how do I make my brain stop assuming he doesn't love me or using me, even though he hasn't done anything to not trust him? I have BPD if that matters. It does matter because that's your BPD doing that.
It is the BPD.
You need to learn how to switch from emotional mind and into logic mind. Read Buddha in the Borderline. And I love you. I hate you. Don't leave me. Full Metal Angel. Love you guys. I'm currently healing at home while listening. I'm glad you're healing. Thank you for the super chat too, by the way. That was a nice one. April, that is the worst part of borderline. That fear of abandonment, because abandonment issues is a very big deal with borderline. And
my camera's shaking.
that's because I'm shaking because of the table.
Okay.
I'm heavy-handed, heavy-armed.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, you were saying border in the borderline. Buddha in the borderline.
No, I was just saying that she should read it. There's a lot to that. Do you see that there's now celebrate the first super chat from April Cummings? So I guess as people give us new supers, we get
that's dope.
little notifications.
Hell yeah. Bless you.
All right. Cerulean Firefly. Hello. Just saying hello and thanks as always. Still going to the gym regularly and working on myself. I appreciate you both tremendously. Well, while I don't mind if not aired ever, just wondering if y'all ever read my thank you email. Y'all changed my life. We did read it. We did not read it live. Although we are going to be incorporating Wednesday thank you readings when we don't have interviews to be posted. So those will be lives. Wednesdays are now like a free-for-all. It'll either be an interview or it'll be a live stream. It'll be... What are you smirking at?
Because you said a free for all, my mind went dun 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 dun.
That's funny. Where did you guys get married? We don't, guys. We're not going to give our marriage stuff out. Wedding photos, marriage, how long, anything that there's just certain things that we would like to keep to ourselves. Our sex life, marriage life, any pertinent details that things like that are just they're ours. Like, so appreciate the super chat, but. Julie rocks. No question here. Just want to say thank you both for all the love and support and insight you give to all of us. Proud to be one of the To Be Better OGs. They mentioned something happening in the Keys here soon.
What? Something happening in the Keys?
I think that Julie's getting married in the Keys or redoing her vows or something in the Keys.
You want to crash a wedding?
I do, because it's in the Keys. We could read. I owe you that. Like I feel like I kind of fucking owe you a Keys trip.
Really?
That's not in a hotel room. That's in an Airbnb, so that like you can do the Keys thing. Maybe we can rent scooters or take the truck down and just bring electric bicycles. Something.
Okay. Well, I still want you to enjoy yourself.
I'm sure I would. Lean said for $1.99. I'm assuming it's supposed to be corn. I asked him to stop, set boundaries, and happens. I'm so confused.
I don't
Did I miss
understand.
something? Yeah.
Read that one more time.
Corn. I asked him to stop, set boundaries, and happens.
I'm assuming they mean it continues to happen.
Right. Well, if you set a boundary, you have to adhere to that boundary. You have to
Yeah.
hold the line. Okay, Brooke.
That's cheating in my view.
I agree. I 100% agree.
And if you set that boundary of I'm not going to allow this, like you can't cheat on me like this, and he continues to do it anyway, all right.
Yep.
There is a man out there who is 100% willing to give up the digital virgin for the real life.
Yep. Brooke said, any advice on handling conflicts with in-laws when you, your boyfriend, and 2 kids live together with mother-in-law and father-in-law? That is a fucking tricky situation.
I did not catch any of that.
They are living with their in-laws
Okay.
and they're having conflict with the in-laws. So
Okay, is this from the husband towards the wife's parents or the wife towards the husband's parents?
it doesn't say. She said, any advice on handling conflicts with in-laws when you, your boyfriend, and 2 kids live together with mother-in-law and father-in-law?
Why are you living there?
That's what it comes down to. When you live in somebody else's
Yeah.
house, you really don't have a choice but to suffer through that shit.
Right.
I would try to keep distance and just try to adhere to whatever they set down, so like that conflict minimizes, and
Yeah.
stack your fucking paper and try to get out of there as soon as you can.
Yeah. When I was with my ex and we were living at his parents with our kids, I lived in our room.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would take the kids outside and we would go on a walk or whatever. Or at that time we had 1 child.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pretty much lived in that room. I'm intruding on their space.
Yeah. You can hate somebody and still live civil with them.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta keep in mind that you're under their roof.
I also cooked dinners for them. And like I went on my way to do things around the house because I'm not fucking paying to live here.
Yeah.
Like out of the grace of y'all's heart, you've taken in our family.
Yeah. Just try to avoid them as much as you can and live with grace. Adriana said, me and my fiance recently found you guys, and you guys have helped us a lot in growing with our relationship together. We absolutely love you. Thank you. We love the support. Thank you for the super chat. Glad that you guys are watching. Here we go. Morgan Ray said, my man was unfaithful through his social media. He has deleted everything, but how can I trust him again? He works out of town during the week. When he's gone, I struggle to believe he's being faithful. Well, you decided that you were going to stay with him.
Yep.
So you got to let that shit go, because you can't be in your relationship half in, half out. So if he deleted all of his social medias and he's showing you that he's going to be faithful, like you have passwords, I'm assuming, and you can access his shit.
Right.
You just need to trust. Like it's going to take time. You just need to tell him like, hey, I'm feeling like insecure right now. I need you to comfort me or console me or tell me that I'm the only one. Like have the discussions. Don't be afraid to talk to him. And he's going to have to accept the fact that those questions are going to be coming at him and not get defensive about it because he fucked up.
He can't get tired of it either.
Right. Yep.
He's the one who caused this.
Kim CLLX. I want you guys to know I've watched almost all of your videos and I was about to send an email, but don't need to now because I've been doing the work and my marriage is no longer on the brink of divorce.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so Kim, I would really appreciate it if you sent us an email and just told us what was going on and what you did to fix it and how our content.
Right. Like what was said that just was a light bulb moment for you.
Right. And tie to anybody that sends emails like that, because I'm calling on all of you to do that. If that's been the case, send us an email and write update you asked for it so that we know that that's the type of email it is and our screeners will move that because we're reading those. Hannah, thank you for the $5 super chat. She said, first time able to be live. So excited. Very grateful for all you do. Implemented a lot and have grown. Also going to Vegas in September.
Ooh.
Well, depending on when in September, there might be a pop-up. We're going to be at this restaurant tonight from 6 to 7 kind of thing.
Oh man, we're going to ruin that restaurant
Yeah.
tonight. Oh my God. Could you imagine?
That would be fucking gangster, wouldn't it?
No, I don't. What if 400 people show up? Like
I don't think that would happen, but I would like to do a meet and greet while we're out there.
that would be dope. Yeah, but that's a lot.
Cerulean Firefly said, heck yeah, glad you guys got to read it. Hope it conveyed the appreciation well enough. Also got my blood work done with Matrix. Appointment is on the 10th. Looking forward to get that squared away as well. Much love. So Peaches got her results back today.
I did.
And we actually found things that were not right with her blood work. Yeah. You guys
I live in stress.
Yeah, you guys have no idea how important that shit is.
Yeah.
And just because of that, I'm going to somebody give the Matrix command for streaming bots.
Danish is on it.
Is she?
She just did it.
Love that. All right, Julie Rocks. We were talking about y'all crashing weddings. Someone said Chris should start officiating weddings. And I said, when I get married in the Keys, Chris has to officiate. That's what that was. I don't know if I want to officiate, but I would definitely be.
Yeah.
I really want to crash someone's wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that shit would be super fun.
Would y'all be offended if I showed up in black to your wedding?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what you wear.
I'm being serious. Like,
I would be jeans, boots, and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like I'm not getting dressed up.
like
I'm gonna show up as authentic as I am.
I mean, right, but I want to wear like a black. I'm not trying to like show up in my nice red bright ass dress. Like, I'm not trying to upstage.
That's funny.
But if I wear black, I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, she wore black to the wedding.
WCS for $20. Thank you for that, by the way. Said, good day. I don't know how I found your channel. I'm not even in a relationship, but you two talk about what many people should practice. Best of luck with your channel. First of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, thank you for being a fucking member of our channel, even though that you're not involved in all of that. And third, dude, makes me feel good. People are like, I don't know how the fuck I found you, but here I am.
Yeah.
I love your shit.
I think that's like one of the dopest things to hear. Like, I didn't find you on TikTok. I was
Right.
scrolling on YouTube and y'all popped up and I went down a rabbit hole.
Yep. Love that shit. Somebody else, Velocity Miller said, you guys should consider getting a license to officiate weddings. So many healthy relationships are happening, including ours, and I would pay for badasses like yourselves to officiate our marriage someday.
I'd be up there like fucking Snoop Dogg officiating weddings.
If we ever did that, we would have to do it together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We could do it. Getting ordained is easy. Would you really want to do people's weddings?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? Do you know how dope that would be?
We'll have to talk about that off camera.
Holy shit.
Baked
Baked peaches at the officiator. Oh my gosh, we do a stoner wedding. All right, everybody take one hit.
I would not partake. But that would be one of those things where we'd have to do it in a two-way state.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for security purposes.
Right.
Lisette Diaz, $1.99. Thank you, with nothing written there. We appreciate it all the same. It jumped. It jumped a lot. Trying to keep up with supers. Sabrina joined 10 minutes late, but it was because I'm baked. Almost equivalent to a baked Danish.
Yeah.
You know, we should find out where she works and just show up at her job one day.
Who?
Danish. Because she's in Panama City. She's like 7 hours from here.
Oh, really?
One day when we're driving out of the state to go somewhere, we can just turn left and show up.
Right.
Chelsea Prince, love your content. Hubs and I have been together a decade. The disruptions are not as disruptive anymore. I am so thankful for what you do. Dude, I fucking love that. 10 years means that you guys got past the 7-year itch. Hopefully you're not in the roommate phase. And like, you're doing a thing. A decade. Yep. T. Dima. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. Been a while. Hope everyone is doing amazing. We are doing amazing. Thank you for the super chat. How have you been? Sashalak? Sashalik? I don't know how that's said. I'm going to fuck that up, so I'm going to try not to do that again. Hey, from the UK, currently 21, living with BPD and trying to heal from a lot. Any advice? Trying to make it long-term with a boyfriend for almost 2 years. You have helped my life so much. Thank you. Your boyfriend needs to read Stop Walking on Eggshells. He needs to read and understand Stop Walking on Eggshells. Because as you have borderline, if you start to get into an episode and he decides that he wants to jump on that train with you and ride that train, you guys are going to have all kinds of fucking problems. But if he's able to recognize that you're in an episode and is able to convey that to you, like, hey, you're going through an episode right now, or even be like, she's going through it, so I'm just going to fucking sit here and be quiet for a little while, or like comfort or hug or whatever, you guys are going to be able to establish new boundaries and new conversation expectations. It's going to create a lot of changes in your relationship.
Yeah. You hit me with that. Do you think this is an extreme? And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah. Lizette Diaz, boyfriend's BF died in a motorcycle hit and run. How do I support him? Just be there. You don't have to do anything other than be there. That's it. Just fucking be there. Be the crutch. Wake up in the morning and ask him, how can I love you today? Yeah. Yep.
And just check in. Check in regularly.
Check-ins, yeah. I got to be honest. Just knowing that you're there would be enough. Yeah. Like, I can tell that you're going through it. I'm here if you need me. Like, I don't need you up my ass. Like, just let me know that if I need to cry, it's okay to do so. You know
I
what
would
I mean?
do what I do now.
Yep.
Check in on you, go about my day, clean the house every few hours, pop in on you. You need anything?
Yeah.
How's your mental health?
Rose Bendel said, does Matrix have to be an in-person thing, or can you get your blood work done elsewhere and send them the results to review? I live in PA, so in-person isn't really possible. So Matrix does everything through telehealth. They'll set up your labs, or if you already have your labs, you can just send them in. But if you use the code to be better when you put in your new patients form, it will give you $200 off your initial consultation with them. But everything is done telehealth. I've dealt with 4 different hormone clinics in my life, and this is the most thorough. And I am actively working on trying to become something in the Matrix company because I believe in them so much. Right. Even if it's just me going up there and recording content for them, like I really, really want to be involved with what they're doing. Ken fucking sold me. And Sean did too. Their knowledge.
It's very rare. I feel stupid.
I really need to get a consulting business set up because there is so many missed opportunities in that business. And I just want to fucking this is what you need to be doing. Just, you're fucking not doing it. But it's all like marketing shit and like items that they could be selling. And they're very knowledgeable though.
Have you seen that Obama did a speech and he had an anger translator?
Mm-mm.
So he would say something like super polite to everybody, and then the guy from like Key and Peele would say it super angry.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So I can see you like in a business meeting, like standing behind Ken, and he's talking, you slam a sticky note saying, "Shut the fuck up."
Lorraine, thank you for the $2 super chat. It's been a while. Velocity Miller, I'd pay only if you did it together, and as authentic and as real as fuck. We are in Oregon, so we got the greens. You need peaches. I would like to go to Oregon depending on where you're at. If you're in a city, like if you're anywhere near like Portland or any of the shithole cities in Oregon, we're not coming up there.
I did just see a documentary about that, and I'm kind of uncomfortable with what's going on over on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I almost said West.
Yeah, we'd have to drive too because it can't. Yeah. Ahoy.
Ahoy.
That's it. Ahoy. So ahoy back.
Oh, thank you guys for the gizmos over here on TikTok. Listening to a bunch of them.
Andrea Searfoss said, found both of your TikToks and went down the rabbit hole, as Peaches says. Now I listen every day on my way to work, going to send you guys an email after I catch up on podcasts. Love that. Thank you for the support. Guys, you guys playing us on YouTube or playing us on any of the Apple or Spotify actually helps drive our Chartable numbers, which helps us get sponsorships. So for those of you who don't want to donate or like help us or join Patreon and all you're doing is sharing, if you play the content repeatedly on Apple and Spotify, it does help our what we're doing on somebody else's dime. All right. Krista Marie said, hey, found y'all on TikTok, went down the rabbit hole. I listened. Oh, okay. Was that the same person? Nope. 2 different people. Either way, thank you. Chelsea Prince, with 2 kids, we did get in that roommate phase. We are digging our way out together. We started doing check-ins on Thursdays and it's changing us. I fucking love that. That's the 10-year marriage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before you keep going, I just happened to see this and someone said, laugh my ass off. You live in Florida. You live in Florida and calling a Portland a shithole.
Yeah.
There aren't exposed needles when I walk around outside.
We don't have the homeless problem that they have there. We don't have the drug problem that they have there. Our crime is a quarter of what they have there.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't try that. You want to talk about statistics? We can look at statistics. You may not like the politics of Florida.
Right, but
our fucking state has one of the lowest crime rates in the country right now. Rosie said, would love to hear more about your 100-pound weight loss.
Whose?
Yours.
Mine.
Yeah.
Didn't you lose 100 pounds?
I lost more than 100 pounds, but I'm assuming that they were talking to you.
Okay, well, I've lost about 140 pounds. It started with recognizing that, what the fuck did I do to myself? I couldn't even fit in a bathtub anymore.
Ooh, it's rough.
Yeah. And then one night came where we were staying, I was living in an apartment by myself with the kids, and they were really young at this point. So fire alarms went off. We're on the 3rd story. I have to run down 3 flights of stairs carrying 2 children in diapers, and I'm fucking winded. And thank God it was the malfunction with the system. Nothing actually happened to the building, but that made me recognize if there ever really was a serious emergency due to my physical health, there was a probability I couldn't save my children. And that fucked me up. So I started counting calories. I started running in the mornings. Doing that in about, I want to say 3 to 4 months, I lost about 80 pounds. And then my weight kind of plateaued a little bit, but like I just kept going. So within a year, I had lost about 120 pounds.
We have to start hiking again
We do.
because when we go to Vegas, there's gonna be a lot of that.
Okay.
So, Brittany G. Nelson, this is the chick who sent us the soaps.
Okay.
Check out Longview, Washington, close to Volcano and Bigfoot. Best sleepy town for a vacation and family friendly. Quit jumping. T. Dima said, been doing all right. Work has been crazy with Arizona heat, getting new contracts, but I need to try and be more active, at least in the Discord at minimum. Yes, you do. Bianca Moran sent $20 with no text.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
How many people are watching?
482. Yep.
Thanks for being here tonight, guys. Is there anything you want to talk about?
We covered the shirts and the hoodies. The accountability shirt re-release is going to happen in September at some point. Our shirt release in September is probably going to happen late September because we're going to Vegas
Mid.
at like the 12th, I think. I would think around that time. So I don't want to like promise a shirt release and then have a bunch of shirt orders waiting on us. I'd rather do it when we get back. Wow. Somebody just said, y'all set my expectations way higher. I broke up with who I thought I'd be with forever. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Zach said, do you have any interviews coming up? We are interviewing Jeff and Angie again this weekend.
This Saturday.
And I have to get back to Brandon today about when I can get him here. Because we have to sit down and talk to him about the other podcast stuff.
We do.
So. Shay said, I'm the single non-dating feminist from TikTok, and I just want to say I love you guys.
Hey, Shay. I love that you're here. You're quickly becoming one of my favorite feminists.
Devin said, is there any good past videos that lays out your advice to dig yourselves out of the roommate phase? Yeah, literally all of them.
Yes.
All of them. Check out the White Mountains in Vermont. So beautiful. Actually, John Hogan would say the same thing. He's a big Vermont guy. I'm glad that our internet's working again.
Me too.
I've missed this.
Yeah. Life has felt chaotic without a sense of routine and sense of the podcast. In reference to the podcast.
Haley Bellin. Just got my tattoo shirt in the mail yesterday. Thank you guys for the sticker as well. I listen to the podcast every day. I appreciate your insight and values. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for purchasing one of our t-shirts. And I'm glad that you like the stickers. We have, we'll actually be doing sticker packs in August.
And they look really cool, guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Really fucking cool. I'm pretty excited about the sticker packs.
Velocity said, I'm glad I made the jump to become VIP patron member. The community is legit. So many resources. I'm on a budget, but my relationship and personal growth from content is worth every dollar. No excuses. How do you feel about the vlogs?
Oh God, I only have like 2 of them up there.
3, right?
3?
I think you have 3 of them up there. I'm all the way up to 14. I posted number 14 today.
Oh wow.
But I feel like I'm overdoing it with the vlog thing. Need 2 seconds.
Yes, it will be sticker packs to buy separately. And it's actual like artwork.
Yeah, the stickers that we ordered are going to be 4x5 or 4x6. And I think what I'm going to do is, because there's 5 stickers, I think I'm going to do $5 a piece or all for 20. Mm-hmm. So it'd be $4 a piece instead of 5. But fellow flirting, currently listening from Hawaii. Crazy. Such a difference in the temperature there. Because in Hawaii, because like it from Florida to Hawaii, like a hot day there is nice to us. And if it's overcast, you'll still get sunburned like a motherfucker.
In Hawaii?
Because it doesn't feel hot out. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
I lobstered pretty hard when I was out there. Somebody said, love both of your No, love the vlogs. Love both the vlogs. I love the vlogs. Love the vlogs. Cool. I'm glad that you guys aren't getting burnt out on that, because it's easy for me to do that as I'm going throughout my day. And it's also therapeutic because I can word vomit. I processed a whole lot of anger over 3 videos that no one will ever see.
Yeah, you did.
First one was not pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched that first one I was editing and I was like, I don't even want to edit this anymore. Delete. Then I recorded it again and it was not so hostile. And third time I was like, I post this. I'm like, I'm not going to.
That's growth.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm going to get back into the vlogs.
Me not kicking the hornet's nest is what it is.
Yeah.
Kristen said, husband's a firefighter and works 72-hour shifts. I have awful anxiety when he's gone and have a hard time staying positive. Any advice to ease the anxiety? I mean, that's normal. If he's working and you can stay in contact, great, but he's in a dangerous job.
Yeah.
Like, you married a hero. You have to fucking accept that he's going to be in dangerous spots.
Yo, I'm going to be honest. Women out there married to men and men married to women who are out there like literally risking their lives to save people. You're much stronger than I.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that shit.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of mental fortitude I don't think I'm currently capable of.
I have a couple of friends who are EMTs.
Yeah.
And their job is worse than everyone else's.
I can imagine.
Because of the amount of calls that they get that involve children and like the amount of calls that they get from drug addicts and shit. Like, that job is dangerous as fuck. Yeah. Cerulean Firefly said, you're not overdoing it with the vlog thing, Chris. I love them. Love the ones Peaches did as well. I look forward to seeing them. That was a $5 super chat. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Peach, will you be doing a Dear Woman video?
Yes, I will be.
What would we call that? Because we called mine the manifesto. Ha ha ha. Like,
I'm so clever. I don't know. Wake the fuck up. I'm gonna be pretty harsh in this.
yeah.
I am majorly disappointed by women in today's society.
Yeah.
Like, as a vast majority. I think that there's a lot of failure happening in a lot of aspects as being a mother and as being a wife and as just being a sister. Yeah.
Isabella said, currently doing my cardio while listening to you guys. I love the Discord and has actually helped me get off other toxic social medias. Same.
I literally have nothing on my phone. I had to re-download Facebook to see something for our son's supply list because they wouldn't email it to me. I couldn't find it on another website. I had to re-download Facebook to go to this Facebook page just to get this form, and then re-deleted it.
I'm actually working on a second man video too.
Yeah.
Yep. Now that I'm calm, I'm working on a second man video. Amelia said for $2, what is y'all's non-negotiable / deal breakers? That is a whole lot of conversation.
Yeah.
But I would suggest that you go and watch all of our side piece episodes, especially like the first 6, because that covers all of it. Like, we talk in depth about cheating, porn. We talk about emotional cheating.
Yeah.
Having conversations outside of our relationship to people of the opposite sex. We talk about fucking
speaking negatively about one another to the opposite sex.
Yep. Work wives and husbands. Like, we deep dive a lot in those videos. Yep.
It pretty much boils down to that I get attention that no other female does.
Yeah.
And if that happens, or vice versa, you get attention that no other man will ever receive from me.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh, I just almost got kicked off of TikTok. I'm going to hit this super close to the microphone and see if it does any ASMR stuff.
Someone said, wait, are minors allowed on this live? I mean, I don't know why. It's just a language issue. A lot of F-bombs. Elizabeth Thomas said, my husband a year ago told me I needed to change, be seen, not heard, also attend to him in bedroom. Know his issue is I am mean and standoffish, also am a narcissist. What advice do you have? Well, that doesn't make you a narcissist, so I would tell your husband to learn the definition of words before using them. Telling somebody to be seen and not heard means that you are subservient to him and not an equal, and that's a problem.
I would spit on somebody for saying that to me. I'd get real disrespectful.
Yeah. Also, attend to him in the bedroom. Attending to him in the bedroom means that your intimacy is intact.
Yeah.
You can't expect a woman to be fucking intimate and like want to be with you if she doesn't feel safe and secure. Intimacy will die. And when the intimacy dies for a woman, that's just out the window.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
your husband you guys need to do the check-ins, and you guys really need to sit down and talk. And like, it needs to be an actual conversation, not a woman, you gonna listen. Cause that's what that sounds like to me. That sounds like abuse. And if it's not abuse yet, it sounds like it will be soon enough. That's my opinion on that one.
We would be, how many licks does it take to get to a center of a Tootsie Pop? Three bites, bitch.
Three licks and a bite.
Play that game.
Morgan McNeil, thank you so much. You have helped me and my fiance. You are welcome. Full Metal Angel. Are the side pieces YouTube only? The side pieces are on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Most of them are on the Spotify, Apple streaming stuff as well. The side pieces switched from the side piece to Rumination and Revelations, and number 8. Number 7 just dropped, right? Number 6.
I have no idea.
7 drops is the situational awareness one. That one drops Friday, I think.
Peach's leg bouncing. It's shaking the camera.
That's
no, it's
me
not.
bouncing the camera.
Look at you just blaming a woman.
How did you guys start the check-ins? I want to start, but I don't know how to bring it up. So find the video on YouTube and send it to them. It's 51 minutes. It's like the 4th or 5th video that we ever made. And for simplicity, if you go to tobebetter.co, it's on our page. Mm-hmm. It's there. So you can click it instead of digging for it and send it to them.
Right.
Share it to your person and be like, hey, I think that I want to do this. The worst that they're going to do is say no. And if they say no, right. And if they say no, be like, why not? It could take at most 2 hours of our time. It's just you and I having a conversation, and it's going to make us better. Mm-hmm. Why would you not want to do this? And then if that doesn't work, there's also a downloadable form on our website that you can download and print, which is all the questions and the information on how to do the check-ins, and then just bring it up to them. Be like, hey, I want to ask you some questions. Read this real quick. Do you want to do this with me? Mm-hmm. How often do you do check-ins? Currently bi-weekly, but wondering if you should do more. You two have helped us so much in such a short time. Thank you. The more you do the check-ins, the less you need the check-ins.
Right.
Right.
It just becomes habit at that point.
Right.
You learn to pick up on body language.
Yeah.
And
you did it to me this morning. Hey, how's your mental health?
Yeah.
Because you get so used to having those talks that it becomes, I'm not going to blow up on you when you ask me shit like that.
Right.
And I know you're not going to do it to me either. Like, we just have normal flowing information. Mm-hmm. It's like we have high speed data between the two of us. Do them as often as you feel you need to. And sometimes you can have an impromptu check-in. If you're having a bad night, you can be like, hey, I really need to talk to you. Can I lean on you for a minute? Like, let's do a check-in. It's because at some point it's just a way to vent to your person and not be judged and not be defensive. Like,
it also turns into there are times where I come to you and I'm like, hey, do you have a second to talk about something? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going through it and I need a vent.
Right. But we don't have to check in anymore.
Right. It's not. I don't know. The reason I say this, got some people sometimes have that anxiety of approaching the conversation, so they wait for the check-ins.
Yeah.
So eventually, as you become comfortable with the check-ins, it just turns into like, hey, do you have a second? I'm really going through something.
Yeah, I think that the beauty of the check-in is that it allows you to reset your default settings with communication to your person, because the more you do that and the less like conflict you have, the more natural it feels to just have that conversation, because you know that they're not going to fucking blow up on you. And like, and being told like, this is a report card, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. Having those conversations also solidifies in you, like, I don't need to do that to them. And it makes conversations easier.
Oh, excuse me.
Man, I have missed this.
Yeah.
I have really missed this. Oh, look at that. I forgot that I turned the things back on the top.
Oh, yeah?
Cerulean Firefly is holding the top super chatter spot.
75.
Jessica just sent a super chat that says, love your videos. I feel as if our son and I are his last priority, and I don't know what else to do. It's always walking on eggshells. Love your videos. Man. I feel as if our son
and I are walking on his last priority.
Oh, okay.
Kid's dad or whatever.
Meaning that they come last in line.
So before you get into that, I want to apologize for laughing because you said Jessica. My brain did that. Jessica. That was a very somber chat. I'm not snickering at the words. It was my brain.
This also comes into check-ins.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that if your husband loves you and you tell him like, hey, I feel like I am last in line as a priority in your life. How can we make this a thing? Like have reasons, give him reasons why you feel that way and don't attack him.
Yeah.
Give examples. These are the things that make me feel this way.
And another thing that I would do, and something that I tend to preface with is, this is an example. I'm not angry at the situation.
Right.
I've processed this situation. You asked me for instances. I'm going to give you the examples that I have noted. And that's something that I tend to do anyway in life. If I notice something one time bothers me, I let it ride. If it happens the second time and it bothers me, and if it's not as much, okay, I might be working through it, I'm processing things, I handled it better.
Yeah.
If by the third time it happens and I recognize that it still pisses me off to the point that I'm not able to get over it, at that point I need to start recognizing, hey, start noting what's bothering you in these situations. That way when we do have the conversation, I know what the root is.
Right. And you need to have the for instances.
Yeah.
Because if you're just like, I feel like this and I can't tell you why, nothing can be changed.
Right.
And most men will get over a thing a lot faster than women because we're logic brain thinkers. So if we have an issue and we just work through the issue, we're not going to remember this shit next week.
Yeah.
So man, if you're in a check-in and your woman's asking for instances, you need to make notes in your phone. Save that shit.
Yeah. I am going to go check on the kids.
Okay.
I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
And I was just getting ready to end TikTok, but TikTok's at like 400, so I'm going to keep that going.
Jordan said, I fixed my Starlink. Love you both and what you're doing for this planet. What has been your favorite interview so far? We both ummed.
My favorite interview so far?
Go check on the kids. I'll wait. Okay. While she's thinking about that, I think mine has been the psychologist, the very first, the mental health worker, Pamela Duff. Only because it was the first one that we did. It was a very good interview, even though her camera sucked. It was like a stepping stone for us. I feel like that was like we're doing it. The interview with Luke Forsythe was really good too, just because I enjoyed talking to him. But in terms of like overall fun, Jeff Graham and Angie and Brandon have been, I mean, I guess all of them. We've had one interview that I didn't enjoy.
Same.
And that was when we first started trying to do all of this. It was before we had, that I didn't count that one because it got deleted. That interview never happened. So there's two interviews that I don't like.
I don't even remember what other one you're talking about.
It was the very first one that we tried to do that was not an interview. It ended up being an hour and 45 minutes of somebody trying to hang out with us. No? Okay.
That was
Jordan, speaking of interviews, eventually I would like to have you in the whiskey room on the podcast as well.
Oh, I've been thinking about that.
Amelia said, is there ever a time you forgive over a broken boundary, ever hear them out and wait for improvement or immediate cutoff? It depends on what you said was going to happen when they cut that boundary. If they overstepped and you told them this is an unforgivable sin, and if you do this, we're done, and they step that boundary or overstep that boundary and you don't follow through, you're never going to have a boundary line ever because you showed them that they can step on you and you're just going to take it. People are going to make mistakes. Things are going to happen. Sometimes somebody may say some off-the-wall shit and hurt somebody's feelings knowing that it's not acceptable and then have to eat crow for a little while because in the moment they weren't thinking. You have to have grace with your partner, guys. Now, if somebody's intentionally doing things to hurt you over and over and over again, that's a slightly different situation, but like it's not black and white. Life is a gray area. You're just going to have to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
All right. T. Dima said, had to come back with a bang. Keep it up. Keep it up, beat y'all. She just super chatted $200. She's now the leader of the board.
Holy shit. She did what?
Yep. Leader of the board.
Impressive.
All right. Let's see. Super chats. There we goes. Another one. All right. Ashley said, love you guys. I'm wondering if you had any tips on how my boyfriend can embrace his masculinity. He's afraid to be more masculine because of my past abuse. This is a real easy one. First, have him watch the gentleman video. Highly recommend that. Have him watch the protector video, which is not out yet. That's Ruminations 7, so that he can learn how to like protect and provide and all that shit. That's the situational awareness video. The other thing that you need to do is create a list of like hard no's. This is a hard no for me. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. These are the problems that I've had from past relationships that may trigger me. And then lay it on the table and be like, everything else that's not on this paper is okay. That way he knows. He knows what the what can and can't be done.
I just had a whole epiphany for my women get it fucking together thing.
Yeah?
Yes. It's how to be emotionally supportive for a man.
Okay.
Because that is something that is incredibly lacking.
I hope that answered your question. Rebecca said, thank you for your content. My husband works away 3 weeks at a time, and now I have the tools to show him appreciation for that. Our relationship is solid and we communicate better. Thank you. You're welcome. Love that. Love all of that. That's dope. James said, stumbled across your content and love what you're doing for with your platform. I've been going through it since the beginning of this year. Your content has helped. I have lots of work to do, but I just wanted to say thank you to you both. So you're welcome. What are you doing to change? Because you said you're going through it. Unless you meant you're going through our content, but I'm assuming that you meant that you personally are going through it. And if so, what are you doing to change? We got a new member. She's dying, ladies and gentlemen. You make it?
Yeah, I want to listen to Shaggy.
Ooh, Emily said, what is your opinion on girls in relationships posting bikini pictures?
I think that's marketing.
I think so too. You put a for sale sign by owner on your body when you do that. You don't do that. If you're in a relationship, like unless your job is bikini model or something like that, like why would you do that? We were actually talking yesterday about bathing suits because we know somebody that posted a TikTok saying that she would wear one-piece bathing suits with like a loose pair of shorts or a sarong. And I was like, that's a good idea because you want a one-piece. And I was like, you can get some sarongs. And you're like, I can't swim in that. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think I can swim in that. I don't know.
You can't. It'll come untied.
Yeah.
It's just a wrap kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Some people are going to have differences of opinions on that. I think that if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be marketing yourself to people.
Right.
You want to talk about what happened this morning?
Oh, yeah, we can. Do you want to lead into that or you want me to talk about it? What aspect of this morning? Because we had a couple of conversations this morning in regards to that.
Jenna said my bathing suit has a built-in skirt. So this morning, we had roofers here today at like 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
And they worked for 13 hours, 12 hours. They were here until almost 8 o'clock. And knowing that there was at least 8 people outside this morning, when you came back from taking our daughter to the doctor, I met you outside. I walked to the truck and got her out of the car and I walked you into the house. Because even though this is your home and they're on a job site, there's a very strong chance that you could have been catcalled or somebody could have made an inappropriate comment under their breath or whatever.
Right.
Me knowing that made me want to make sure that that wasn't going to happen.
Right.
So I fucking went out there. And every single time you left today, I walked you to the truck and I walked you home.
Yeah.
Walked you into the home. We went and picked your truck up, same thing. Like I made sure that I waited until you got your truck back. I parked first, got you out of the car, got little man out, and then we walked in the house together. But you also didn't get a dress on today. You didn't do your makeup. You weren't trying to be fucking like super overly done with all these dudes running around the property. There's a level of respect on both of our parts that was shown today without asking.
Right.
That's what I was asking you to talk
Yeah.
about.
Oh, well.
But I just did it, so.
Okay.
Do you have anything you want to add to that?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty dope, like pulling up because you texted me on my way back. You were like, just a heads up, there's a lot of people around the house. And like, I know it's super sneaky of me to say this, guys, but I'm not a people person. I know I'm this fantastic personality, but I really don't like being in close proximity with massive amounts of other human beings.
Yeah.
So I pulled up and I started getting out of the car and all of them are already fixated on me. So I'm already mentally preparing myself to like put on blinders, make no eye contact, get into the house. And they were so fixated on me that they didn't see you come out the front door and start walking towards me. And I saw you and I was like, I need a hero. Holding out for a hero till the morning. Like, just going with it.
That's funny.
It was a really good moment for me. And we got inside and I was like, hey, babe, I was like, thank you. Like, you knew that I needed that and you did it. That was super nice. I walked around in my Crocs all day today too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm usually in heels. Walked around in Crocs.
It's funny. So this is showing that Julie Rocks now holds the top super chat,
Oh, holy shit.
but I don't see a super chat from her. So I don't know what the fuck is happening. And scrolling up in the chat, the last big one I see is from Tidima, but I'm assuming she sent a big number because
That's a big number.
That's a big number. I don't know what's going on, but it's showing that I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I just happened to look over at the TikTok and somebody just said, okay, Angela. And I have no idea why they're just saying, okay, Angela, but that came across as a little bit spicy.
Julie, if it won't post, it might be because the max you can send is $500. I would remove $130 from your super chat and see if it'll let you send it that way.
Oh gosh, you guys gonna do this? Oh wow. Okay.
Savage Ginger said, I love your podcast. I have been listening to it for a month now, and I just received my tattoo shirt yesterday, just in time for my 27th trip in life. Trip in life today. You guys are fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Somebody said, oh, snap, super chat challenge.
Wait, does that mean that was your birthday? Happy birthday.
Today, yeah.
Lorraine.
They're pushing. Peaches grabbed the tissues.
Why?
I don't know.
What's gonna happen?
James said, therapy, studying philosophy, starting to work on my health, meditation, considering reconnecting with my faith, taking accountability for my actions. Dude, I love that.
That's dope.
I'm glad that you actually followed through with telling us what it is. Mm-hmm. Journal, bro. Start journaling. That's actually something that's been prescribed in the men's group. She said, I don't know how it's sent 300 twice. I am fine with it, though. My chat comment was... And there's no chat comment because I got to scroll for it. Oh, no. Alexis Collins sent $4.99. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Peaches, I would love to know if you were always seeking a traditional relationship or if this changed for you later in life.
Oh, I was 100% I can do anything better than a man. I was dating men and I would look at them and say, I fucking hate men. I was that type of woman. I never anticipated this lifestyle for myself. But fuck, do I thank God that I have it. Oh.
Do you want to talk about what changed?
What changed?
Yep. While we're waiting on a super chat, because that's a pretty
A grown man came into my life.
Yeah, you got to be more in depth than that though, babe, because like to go from what you were and what you've always had in relationships to like accepting the role of, you know,
all right. So this is gonna take a bit.
Before you get into it, then show your shirt. Okay. This is a Sacred Rights shop shirt. And this is the 13 virtues of a man, of like what I believe makes a good man. So I put it on a shop shirt. All right.
Okay. What am I talking about?
What changed?
Oh, okay. So I grew up with the mindset of men are unreliable. all men are pieces of shit. All men are cheaters. All men are abusers. That there is not a single man out there who has any good intentions towards a woman. So grew up with that mindset. Grew up seeing that. And in my own relationships, I was very toxic. Very toxic. I'm amazed that I ever had a man. Like, wild. Like, y'all really would put it in anything. And I started recognizing accountability. Growing up in life, blaming everybody else for the outcomes of your actions. And then suddenly recognizing, oh my God, I was driving my car when it crashed. Who else are you going to blame when you hit a sitting tree? So it started with that accountability. And it also started with recognizing that majority of the men that I dated didn't put their hands on me. I mean, most of them cheated on me. I mean, no wonder why. I was definitely the definition of a see you next Tuesday. I would say fuck all men and then expect a man to love me. Crazy. What a delusional mindset.
So what changed?
What changed was that accountability started. And then I started growing as a person and I started recognizing things that I didn't like in myself. So I changed that and I started recognizing, hey, I don't like this. So why would I tolerate that from somebody else? And then this
what?
Tall, pasty, tattooed man came into my life wearing some Harley Davidson biker boots.
You like those boots, huh?
Oh my God, yeah. Especially when I'm taking them off for you.
So the super chats from Julie,
Yeah.
Zach found and sent it to me. And it says, Dima, great to see that you are back. It's even better that T-Mobile got their shit together with their internet. So we got To Be Better and our super chat battles back. And she did it sent twice.
Wait, so she didn't mean...
Yeah. She said that she's okay with it, though. I'm seeing a lot of people asking to buy that shirt. That shirt was a run that we did one time, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
so that's not even available anymore. I really need to start doing online sales for the tattoo shop because a lot of people ask for the shirts, but I haven't been like printing stuff like that. We can make one of those. We should make one of those for To Be Better.
We should do one for men and women.
Yeah, you can change the virtue. I mean, I guess the virtues are the same, but
yeah, I guess it would.
Mast in Silence sent us $20 with no text.
So, can I continue on with the things, or are you just done with that story?
No, you can continue on.
Okay.
I thought you were done with telling me that, I came into your life.
I mean, if that's the extent of it, okay.
But by all means, proceed, sir.
I mean, if you wanted to do something else.
No, I will listen to you talk about how amazing I am
Yeah.
all night long.
So what really changed it for me was...
This dick. That vitamin D.
What? Isn't it in a movie where he ends it with vitamin D?
I did that.
Was that? No,
On
I'm pretty
your-
sure that was a movie.
Oh, I don't know. I did it on your plant thing that day on the vlog.
Right. I mean, if anything before that, it was your very stoic and sometimes very menacing scowl.
Yeah, I do have that.
I like your face.
I don't like that I have that because I have that permanent wrinkle there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandma used to say I look like I'm gonna attack somebody all the time. I said, why? I do not. And then somebody walked by and she's like, you're doing it right fucking now. I'm like,
You showed me that you're financially responsible.
yeah.
You think into the future when it comes to spending, especially when it's a large amount of money. If it's more than $2,000, you're like, okay, in 6 months, is this something I'm gonna have to fucking worry about?
Right.
You considered my feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy. I mean, to the extent that you did it, whoa. You dropped what you were doing to help me. There was one day.
Twice.
Twice. Oh my God. I'm going to tell the most embarrassing one though. Well, the first one's not embarrassing. My car battery died and I need a hero. You came, picked me up. We got a battery. Like you got jumper cables for my car and everything. Crazy. And you didn't expect me to pay you back. And then the other one was I was laying on the floor and I pinched something in my neck and I couldn't get up. I needed that fucking life alert. Like I couldn't move. I was laying on the ground crying. My son's asleep on the couch. My daughter's trying to crawl on top of me. And I texted you and I was like, hey, you doing anything right now? And you were like, no, why? And I was like, I know this is like a massive inconvenience for you, but I can't fucking get up off my floor. Can you come pick me up?
Yeah. And I lived 2 cities away at that point.
And he did. He drove all the way to my place. And yeah, you came in, never met my kids before,
Yeah.
and picked my ass up off the floor because I couldn't move.
There was also the time I brought you a pew pew.
Yes. Oh, so there's that third time.
So there's 3.
There's 3, yeah.
Good things come in 3s. I'm gonna read some super chats real quick just so that we don't get behind because they will go away. And it jumped. My ex left me here, although she was only willing to watch her TikToks. I dove in. It was obviously in hopes of saving our relationship. It was too late, so now I'm watching for my own benefit. It has helped me rein myself in. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you for the super chat. I'm glad that you're finding value and that you can be the best version of you for whoever comes along next. Ooh, this is a good one too. When the man is broken from a previous marriage and the wife is currently going through postpartum, what is your advice? They are currently long distance due to military service. The man is broken from a previous marriage and the wife is currently going through postpartum. What is your advice? Well, the previous marriage is not the marriage that you're currently in, so whatever happened in the previous one should have been fixed before moving into the next relationship.
Yeah, that should definitely.
That's number 1. Right?
Right.
Number 2, postpartum is fucking rough. And if you guys understand hormones even a little bit, that'll change your view on postpartum and it'll make you a whole lot more understanding.
Oh, yeah.
And then as for the long distance thing, I don't know if you're married, that's not a long distance relationship. That's a marriage that you're making work. If you're not married and you're just kind of, well, I mean, this is due to military service, but
Right.
I don't know. Long distance relationships are hard. It's hard for me to relate to that. So, you need to do the work on you if you're the broken man from a previous marriage. The current woman that you're with has nothing to do with that. All of that shit. You're making somebody else atone for the sins of someone else who didn't do, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a rough one. There's a whole lot of inward reflection that needs to happen there. And this is where the accountability comes in, where you recognize that you're the problem because you can't control her hormones. The only thing that you can do is fucking support her and know that shit will go away after a while. It should balance itself back out within a year. Ben said, thank you to the both of you for doing what you're doing. My fiance showed me your podcast and I am forever thankful. Shout out to Bear Bear if you could. Bear. Shout out Bear Bear.
Bear.
Oh, skipped over one. T. Dima. How much to have a video of Peaches singing the whole I Need a Hero song?
$200.
Another $200? Because she already did $200.
She already did $200. Fuck, I guess she paid the price. That one's a she, right?
Yeah,
she,
I believe so.
them. I apologize.
So I think that because that first $200 shouldn't count because that wasn't for that.
Okay. It would be $200.
We posted to Discord.
Maybe. No, y'all, if I'm doing this, have you guys seen I think it's Shrek 2 or Shrek 3 when they go to the castle?
Yeah.
And the fairy godmother singing it at the end in her red dress? That's going to be me.
We could do a whole ordeal with that. Like you could break
God.
it down into 4 parts and we can go through wardrobe changes and record it and could make a whole ordeal out of it.
Okay, hang on. Okay, I have to practice it. That's going to be the only song I listen to for like the next week. I'm going to warm up my vocals. Oh my gosh. Y'all. All right, it is a she, so I was correct. Shrek 2, I was also correct. I'm pretty excited for this. I don't really ever take my singing seriously in front of other people. I only like give it my heart and soul when I'm by myself. I don't know if that's like a coping mechanism or a defense mechanism or something, but you're about to get a masterpiece from me.
Zach, are you going to be here Friday? Because we have a poker game Friday.
Do you want to record this for the podcast?
What?
The poker game?
No.
Okay. Was that me? Was that you?
It was both of us because we got a patron.
Patron. Who shot you, Dink?
T. Dima is a guy. Who
T.
shot
Dima,
you,
don't-
Dink? Please read my comment.
T. Dima, don't send me a bunch of dots like that. I'm sorry. I tried to be polite and correct myself. I was right the first time. I'm always second guessing myself. Dima is a dude. Okay, so who is this person? I mean, I know who this person is. I just can't. Genders are hard for me.
So that who shot you, Dink person said, as a man who cheated on his wife, I'm here for guidance. Our marriage has turned physical, her to me, but I feel like I started this chaos. What do I do? You leave. Under no circumstances is it acceptable for a man or a woman in a relationship to put their hands on each other. I don't give a fuck what went wrong. Like, that's not acceptable. Once that line has been crossed, that's a problem. I don't care if you can take it. I don't care if you started it in terms of your actions. You don't do that. You don't put your hands on each other. Ever. Ever. That's not fucking acceptable.
Didn't we read an email where a guy got sliced?
Yeah, it's Steven. He's in the chat right now. Trust me, 192 stitches.
Right,
From
okay.
collarbone to collarbone.
Right, okay. Oh, did he just send that?
He just said leave. Trust me, 192 stitches.
Oh, yeah.
There is, Sabrina, you're right. There is a side piece episode on corn. Julie said, you leave. Julie, how are you still sending super chats with that big ass number on the top? What if it's consensual? That's called playtime. That's not abuse. I mean, it could be, but you guys got to be careful with that shit too. I've actually seen women who are into
manipulate
that,
the shit out of that.
save photos and then say that they abuse somebody later on. Run like Forrest Gump. Definitely leave. The first time it happens won't be the last. Trust me. We bought a poker table, guys.
We did buy a poker table.
Peaches is learning how to play poker so that when we go to Vegas, we can play poker.
And I think I'm doing pretty okay. The other night, I kind of bested you a few times.
Did you really?
I think so.
With
yeah.
our invisible chips?
I was making some pretty ballsy bets, and you were like, good. Yes. Keep on.
Somebody asked about your neck tattoo and why the hand.
Why the hands? I'm so glad I didn't say the first thing that came to my mind. So the hand is modeled after Chris's. And I wanted something badass on my throat.
Force choke.
Yeah. And that's one of my favorite places to have his hand.
There you go. Yep. Y'all help me get, this is a $7.77 super chat. Y'all help me get serious prioritizing being healthy and happy to be a better wife, mom, and partner. Hubs and son have me back and are so and are so thankful. Love that.
I love that too.
Bianca said, my boyfriend always says I attack him when I express my feelings or boundaries. I watch my approach and my tone. He always says I don't trust him, That's why I have boundaries.
What? Okay, hang on. I have to process.
It's this one. You can read it.
Okay, okay. My boyfriend says I attack him when I express my feelings or boundaries. I watch my approach and my tone. He says I don't trust him and that's why I have boundaries.
That's a manipulation tactic, by the way.
Okay, I'm assuming that's going to be he doesn't have boundaries. He says he trusts me. Am I wrong for boundaries? Are you kidding me? Nah,
So
he doesn't have boundaries.
one, that's a manipulation tactic.
That is very much manipulation.
Two, you should always have boundaries regardless of the situation. Because not having boundaries means he has free reign to do whatever the fuck he wants and you're supposed to just take it. Does that sound healthy? Like, that's not healthy. I don't understand how that could even be a thing.
I don't know.
Knowing that you're watching your approach and your tone says that you're trying to have a non-conflict situation, like a non-combative conversation with him. That's a good thing. But for somebody to tell you that you don't trust them and that's why you have boundaries, I mean, has he done something to make it so that you don't trust him? Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
I don't know.
I'm just thinking.
What a perfectly PC way to put that, Peaches. Talking about the hand.
Oh, yeah. Ban hammer. What?
No idea. Oh, please keep physical compliments out of the chat and respect that they are married.
What happened?
I'm looking.
Oh, hydration check. You got me.
Someone just said sexy. I think that's what it was. Zach, $2. Testing, hydration check. A gallon and whatever that is.
Nope.
I have not had an energy drink in 3 fucking days. And I had a half of a soda today and that was it. So I have not even had caffeine minus that half of a soda.
I've had 3 sodas.
Yeah.
So I am going to chug this water now.
Chug, 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 chug. Rebecca said in regards to the tattoo, if you know, you know. You are not going to enjoy having that water in your belly. You're going to stand up and feel it sloshing.
You're right. Damage is done.
I know. I've been doing one of these every morning as soon as I get out of bed.
Me too.
It's hell.
I had to work through that one this morning.
Yeah. Amelia said, period. A man isn't going to question your boundaries. A child, though, ...
You know, another reason I want to make my body a weapon is when I throw a punch, I want to be able to take one back. Because sometimes just words ain't gonna do it. I wish we could still just go out and fight each other and then shake hands.
Mutual combat's legal in Texas.
Bro, can we meet in Texas and get steak and shake afterwards?
Sabrina said, how the fuck do you not have a caffeine headache from barely any caffeine? You want to talk about yesterday?
Oh my God, I thought he was dying. I really thought like you were going through it last night.
I'm almost positive I had a migraine yesterday.
Yeah.
I've only had one ever in my life that I was like confirmed migraine because everyone that was around me was like, dude, he's got a migraine.
No, I'm almost certain you had a migraine yesterday.
It was bad yesterday. I stayed on the couch all day.
I try my best to keep like the kids outside and running around doing a thing.
When I was, somebody said Etsy Aerosmoon. It was not Etsy. It was the website, aerosmoon.com. When we did our interview with Matrix Hormones, one of the doctors that were the specialist that was there was telling me that when I drink, if you drink a 16-ounce energy drink and a 16-ounce bottle of water, you negate it. You're at 0 water for the day. Mm-hmm. And when you drink 4 or 5 energy drinks a day and like a little bit of water, you're not drinking water. You're actually in a deficit. Your body's super fucking dehydrated because of it. And because of that, I quit drinking energy drinks. And like, even though a can of soda has 100 milligrams of caffeine in it, like, yeah, I'm good. I didn't get a caffeine headache today. There was a lot of Aleve involved in my life for the last 3 days, but
yeah.
Hope Fritz, how do you guys feel about combining finances? 2 years in, living together but not married. He's better at budgeting, and I don't spend money on me. I'm about that. We did that. That was part of the agreement of you moving in here.
Yeah, that was decided upon before I moved in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was if you ever move in. How would you feel about me taking care of the finances?
I was like, done. And
Yeah.
you're like, yeah? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, I was expecting more. You seemed very surprised that I was just ready.
Yeah, because of the people who are like, well, what about their finances? What about if they leave? What about if you leave them? What are they going to do? And like, there's a whole lot of negative stigmatism about having a joint account when you're in a relationship that's not a marriage.
Right.
And I'm just not that person. Like, I would never do somebody dirty like that. I'd rather make sure somebody's on their feet. Even if they hate me, they can't be like, you fucking did me wrong. Because no, the fuck I didn't. You can hate me all you want.
I mean, the way that I viewed it, I'm moving in with you. If you were going to do me dirty, you would do me dirty while I'm sleeping. Collect life insurance or something.
Yeah. Oh man. Chelsea Harris, $1. No text. Thank you for that. Chelsea Harris, second time for $2. What is your favorite book, Peaches?
My favorite books?
Yep.
Well, one of my favorite books of all time is actually one of my favorite childhood books, and it's called The Old Willis Place. It's this like childhood ghost story that, I don't know, I had a fucked up childhood. It's a fucked up kid story. Felt like home. 1984 is one of my favorite books. Lord of Flies is a good book. Great Gatsby. All of Edgar Allan Poe's, all of his collections of poems and stories. I love the series of Unfortunate Events. That was a staple of my childhood.
Apparently, Minnesota is the 23rd state to legalize today. Is this medical legal or like legal? Because Florida is only medical legal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Twilight, the Twilight series. I love the Twilight movies too. I'm Team Edward.
She said legal. Storm the Stoner said Texas will be the last. I don't know. I don't think Florida is going to go recreational. I think that there's too much money being passed around in here for that to be a thing.
Oh, A Land to Remember. That is such a good book. There's a second one to that too. There's 2 books for A Land to Remember. Oh, those are such good books. You're right.
My 15-year-old son watches you guys, and I'm cool with it. He's focused on school and becoming a good man. This helps us have conversations about relationship dynamics and about what he wants in a partner.
Ooh, he's
That's
setting himself up good.
Gangster, yep.
Like he found the podcast on his own and was like, hey, Mom, listen to this.
I don't know. Cerulean Firefly, damn, I really need to cut back on the Red Bull now. 3 to 4 8-ounce Red Bulls a day on average minimum. No good. Maybe Matrix will determine the source of my lethargy and I can cut them out entirely. While you're on the phone with Matrix, tell them that you drink that many energy drinks and ask them about the adrenal gland supporting supplements that they sell. I'm going to look into it. They started to talk about it briefly, but because we were in the middle of a podcast, like I didn't deep dive into that with them, and I was supposed to talk to them about it afterwards, and I forgot. That would have been a fucking smart move on my part.
Yeah.
Alexis calling Peaches, if you do legs, which you probably do, what's your leg day workout? They go over my shoulders. And then what?
Screaming.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, we're live.
Squats do a booty good.
So we have a personal gym, and we don't have the machines that I had at an actual recreational gym, commercial gym. I did the things, the leg presses. I've done those. Now when I work out, I do legs. I like glutes and thighs at the same time.
Hip thrusters, squats.
I do back
ab
kicks.
and adductors.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain exactly what it is that we do for legs because it's all cable work or bar on the hips work. Danish said, can't wait for Florida to go full. Masked in Silence, $10 said, do you enjoy reading a sad story that leads to happy endings? ? My life has been anything but ordinary. I want to really take time writing it, so you enjoy reading it. Don't mind my 10-plus-year-old username. Do I need to go back to that so you can read it?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Do you enjoy reading a sad story that leads to happy endings? My life has been anything but ordinary. I want to really take time writing it, so you enjoy reading it. Did you make that in like mid 2000s? Your username? It depends on the story. You know, I used to be, it really depends on the story. I used to be somebody who could listen. I was so desensitized to everything in life. By the time I was 6 years old, I was watching Forensic Files with my mom. Like, so I became desensitized to a lot, and then I had kids. And now there's a lot that I cannot stomach. So, what do you...
The chat.
Oh.
Because error 404'd you. And like, it just, anyways. I'll wait until you're done, but I stopped scrolling so that I can read some of this shit to you.
Okay. It depends on how sad the story is. If an animal dies, I can't do it. Marley and Me, I can.
I Am Legend.
Oh, God.
The dog scene.
He's lost his kid, man. Kid's gone. All he got is a dog. And
fucking saw that in the theater, Sean and I. And like, we're back in the theater, and like, I'm like, and I look over, and he's like, and when I realized he was crying too, we fucking both lost it.
Every time you tell me that story, I love picturing it because you and Sean are not little guys.
No, we're not.
And you are not simplistic looking men. You guys definitely look like you've lived the life you lived.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit's funny.
I love you.
I love you too.
You make me happy.
So Cassandra said Peach's new name is Tomato for a super chat for $2. Let me scroll back down here so that you're at the bottom. Julie Rock said she can't get it together. Jen A said wrong chat, laughing my fucking ass off.
Oh.
Redacted. Death Clan's leaving, so good night. Anyways, there was just a whole lot of like, she's flustered. Oh my God, we are live. This is not Patreon live, guys. Careful. It's just, shit's funny to me.
Also, I've been sick like the last 3 days, and I feel like I have not kissed him in a year and a half.
So that person that was asking about the 15-year-old that you asked, she said, to answer Peaches, I was watching it. He was interested in the conversation, then watched. Kids that age are confused. It helps the peer pressure and seeing examples of healthy love.
Oh, I love that.
For me, for a young man, 25 or under, to see me and go, okay, that's what I want to be like, that solidifies everything that we're doing for me. Like, that truly means that I'm making a change for the younger generation.
I'm hoping that I'm doing the same for young women, like under the age of 20.
Yeah. That's pretty heavy to think about. Like, that really is for somebody to be like, I want to be like that guy when I grow up. You know what I mean? Like,
that really is a fucking lot. You know, I didn't have a solid role model of what a good woman is.
Where's your TikTok at?
300.
You should end it.
All right. I just got told to end TikTok, so go to YouTube, guys. See ya. And smile. And smile. And we're done. I do the same thing to you guys. Oh, holy shit.
What? Screenshot it.
Okay.
And then we can talk about it after.
Screenshot it. Okay. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Well,
I was saying something.
We were talking about the life impact that we're having on somebody, and Amelia said that you were she's 20 and that we are helping a lot. So
I didn't have a solid role model as a female growing up, and everybody on social media is fucking problematic. Kardashians, Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan. I'm good on all that. So I want to be a very solid, womanly figure in society. I'm very excited for our next Ruminations and Revelations.
Yeah?
Yeah. If I hurt your feelings, I'm just not for you, and that's okay.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot. You guys, when Ruminations and Revelations 8 comes out, I think there's going to be a whole lot of pissed off people at us. We'll see, though. We will see. Somebody said, it was Jessica Piotr said, Peaches, I hope my daughter holds on to some of the things that you are sharing. She's 3 right now, but loves when Peach is on the TV or in the car.
I love that.
You guys, your kids really will pay attention and they'll remember a lot of this. We're really doing this shit right now with our son. Like he's opening doors at 5 years old.
He's getting mad at me
Yeah.
too. Like, mommy,
Yeah.
men get that door. Don't touch that door. And I was like, ooh, damn, you right. Sorry, son, little gentleman. You get that door.
Yeah.
You right.
Yes, Jenny, that's the one that you think it is. Dustin Welker said, burn the ship. Did I miss something about that?
Is that the one I think it is? What do you mean?
The Ruminations and Revelations 8.
Oh.
Jessica Piotr said, you've been a solid role model for me, which has changed me to be a better role model for her. That's it.
Oh, I love that.
She said, I'm so grateful for you too.
You know, I also want to be a guidance when it comes to being a mom. I want to do more mom content, but I don't want to sit down. You're not a mom. You don't relate to being a mom.
No.
So
But I am a dad.
Right.
So I can relate to being a parent.
So I can sit here and spew emotional mom problems, and you can empathize, but you can't sympathize. So I think it would be hard to carry on just an estrogen-filled mom conversation. And I can't do that by myself.
I mean, I'd listen to you.
Right, but
I just have to turn off the logic brain part of it.
We can try to bounce it back and forth.
Jessica said, Peach.
Huh?
It's me, Jessica.
Jessica.
Every fucking time. Peaches, what were your boundaries when it came to dating, and how did you broach the subject with your husband?
I told him my boundaries. That was it.
Yeah.
This is what I will not tolerate in life. We had that conversation before I moved in.
We had a couple of them.
Yeah. The biggest one I remember was you broaching want to move in, because that was also 100% off the table.
Yeah.
You're really good at blindsiding me.
Yeah, I don't intentionally do that. It just kind of happens. So.
I mean, I'm here for it though. My life is super dope.
Yeah. We had, so that conversation needs to be had over multiple conversations. You can't just sit down and go, this is what I expect of you. Don't fuck this up.
No.
It needs to be had over.
How do you feel about this?
Right. Yeah.
This is my stance on this. What's yours?
Right. And then if they have a complete opposite stance, the conversation needs to be, well, this is a hard limit for me. We're not doing that.
Right.
And if that's what you want to do, then we can't move forward, because I'm not okay with that.
And you can also find common ground on things too.
Guys, if you're here from TikTok, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on these lives.
Sabrina said, Peaches, you're the only female that I look up to on a virtual aspect. I follow other women, but you are the only one I genuinely look up to.
Oh, thank you.
And then she said, and also for Chris, you're the dad. Well, virtual dad. I never had it in my life as far as logical advice and business advice, so thank you for that. I like giving the business advice. I really want to start a consultation business. Consulting business.
I'm sorry, I just read a chat. I'm going to read this.
Okay.
So Amelia asked, have y'all ever dealt with an ex trying to come back after you held your boundary? Yes, I have. That ex hit me with, I miss you, and I hit them with, shit, I would miss me too. And that was the end of that conversation.
That's funny.
I fucked him up good after that. He blocked me. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I don't play that game. My life is moving far too quickly for me to try to drag someone else's bullshit. I'm good.
Somebody asked if we have mom content and female-centric content on Patreon. I don't know what female-centric would mean. What does centric mean?
I guess just focusing on female topics, issues, news.
Located in or at a center. So yeah, I mean, technically, you do your vlogs. That's mom stuff.
do my vlogs, yeah.
Our content is kind of all over the place.
I am very much all over the place. I have an hour and something minute vlog about me talking about Egyptians and Pangea
Yeah.
and El Dorado in Colorado at the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
There's also the women's chat and Discord.
There is the women's.
Natasha said, how does the Patreon work for a couple? So if you sign up on the $20 tier, everything that gets posted to Patreon gets posted to Discord so that the partner in Patreon can see it on the Discord. So that's how it works. $20 when you sign up, join the Discord, link your Patreon to Discord, and then go in there and find the thing that says partner names and add your partner's name. They'll verify that you're on the $20 tier. They'll add him, and then you guys both have access to Discord.
Oh my God, babe! I just had an amazing idea.
What'd you just have an amazing idea
Okay,
about?
so somebody just said Peach's table instead of the red table, right? I sit down and interview you, but it's the exact opposite of Will Smith and Jada Smith, and we blow them out of the fucking water with a healthy marriage.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's gonna be a big hit, I promise.
Okay. Cerulean Firefly said, last super chat for me for the night. Headed to bed. I've missed these lives big time. Glad your internet is functional again. So you're back there, back. Have a good night, y'all. You rock as always. Thank you for the supers. It means a lot. You guys, this is like very refreshing and has
validating.
calmed a whole lot of my anxiety because last month fucked us financially.
I thought we were losing everything. Yeah, I thought everything was falling apart.
Well, the numbers dropped, and that's what got me.
Right.
Like, it was bad. Seeing the metrics go down. You know what I mean? Like, it slowed down on followers. Everything just started trickling. Mm-hmm. David Jones said, just letting you guys know I watched that talk video on Patreon, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things and helped me work on myself. Oh, the Peaches talk.
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Peaches, do it. Me. It was me who helped with the table idea. Oh my God, it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow. I
would definitely watch a Peaches table. Well, there might be some things in the work that we're working on doing another podcast with another couple. And Peaches will have like slumber party night kind of conversations, and that may work really well. We'll see how all this plays out.
Oh my God, you guys, should we just take over The View? Not The View. I think it is The View. Where it's just a bunch of women sitting at a table talking about shit.
Yeah, no, no.
No, it's going to be better than that.
Yeah, it would have to be. Because
right. You think I would do that?
I'm
slightly offended.
No, but I don't want to. I don't want to. My hubs and I have been together 9 years, and y'all showed me what I was doing wrong and told me how I could fix it. It's been so much better since then. I'm thinking about sending a thank you email. You should do that. Ray Gaming, send a thank you email. When you send the email, title it, update, you asked for it. Say what you were doing wrong, what we told you, how you fixed it, all of it. Don't trauma dump. We don't want that. We want to know the logistics of what was going wrong in the relationship and how you fixed it. So far, the interviews have been great. We have an interview coming out Wednesday that's from Matrix. I think you guys will enjoy that too.
I'm going to go check on the kids.
Okay. Sabrina said that her husband, our fiance's got a second interview tomorrow with a company that he's been trying to get with for years. Fingers crossed that he gets it.
That's dope.
Yep. The Peach Spective. Well, who is the other couple? The other couple is Brandon and Kayla. He has All Things Testosterone and another podcast that they do that's about a blended family, but I don't remember what it's called.
I walked in there and I peeked under the little flap of their fort, and our son's asleep. And I'm looking at our daughter. I'm like, what the fuck is in her? She's eating a banana. She went and got a banana. And she's just snacking on a banana, relaxing under her fort.
Did she see you?
Huh? No, she didn't.
Everyday moment for us. We would love to connect with you guys. Did I miss something? Is that a podcast? Is that a podcaster? I don't know what's happening. Taylor said, still fangirl every time a comment of mine is read. I don't think that'll ever go away.
That's hard for me to believe.
Yeah.
I don't view us as something special.
I don't either, but apparently we are. And Brandon made it a point to point out that we are 0.5% in terms of what we are for the podcast.
Right.
All right, we got two new super chats. Ann Larson said, "Thank you for giving me a safe place to take the time to self-analyze. You always show up when I need it. Thank you. You are welcome."
You're welcome.
Kim Free, thank you for showing me that I want to have what you two have. Have listened from the beginning. Never thought it was something I wanted, but never mocked or disrespected. Thank you for helping me discover I want this. My want in this.
That's crazy. That's life-changing shit.
Yeah, that's wild. Deborah asked if we would ever do an episode on special needs as parents. How do you deal with autism child or yourself? Thank you. I don't think that we're going to get into it. There's a lot of specialists that deal with that, and I'm not comfortable with that. And I really I know we talk about our kids every once in a while, but I don't want to get into too many details about our children. All right, this is we're gonna do like a last call for super chats, guys, because we've been on for an hour and a half, and I'm ready to get off of here. But while we're waiting on those to come through, Peaches, how do you transition into letting someone take care of you? I'm highly independent, and it just comes off as control in my brain.
I was exhausted. I was exhausted of being strong. I was exhausted of pushing myself past points that I knew that I wasn't capable of. And I recognized that I had a man who was really trying to show me that he wants to love me and take care of me. So why would I deprive him of that? Why would I deprive myself of that? I put my sword down. I accepted that it was too heavy for me.
Do you think that comes down to like recognizing that you actually truly have a teammate? Because we are a team. Like,
yes. So it boils. Yeah, I would say that was a part of it. Another part of it was that I had to recognize that I ain't built like you.
yeah.
I am not built to handle your. My cortisol is 400 points over what it should be.
Yeah. You're at almost 800.
I'm not built for that.
Yeah.
I had to recognize in myself that it's okay to be feminine. It's okay to be a fucking woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you stepping in with that masculine energy and allowing me to be in my feminine, definitely is a key component.
Yeah, I think it's important that when people ask that shit, like to let a man take care of you, it is a two-way street. Like we don't just, it's not just me taking care of you. Like you take care of me too. It is very much a two-way street. And if all of this was solely on my shoulders and all you did was fucking eat bonbons and watch Lifetime or whatever, like we would have a big fucking problem.
Ooh, and I would love to do that too. Lifetime is my guilty pleasure.
But we can't, you know what I mean? Like that's just not a thing. You know, we take care of each other, and because of that teamwork effort, like I would never feel bad about having to take care of you because you take care of me all the same.
Yeah.
So
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever had like the level of softness that I bring into your life before?
Not without strings attached to it. A lot of things like dangled over my head kind of shit. I was way close to the microphone. Sorry about that. There's always stipulations. It's never just I'm genuine, here I am. It's what can you do for me? How can I level up? Like there's always stipulations. Julie Rock said, Peaches is preaching my song, Same Girl, Same. Riley Lett says, Hubs and I have been together for 13 years, high school sweethearts. Since watching your podcast almost 6 months ago, I've started working on myself and starting therapy next week. It's been a long road, but I'm better. I'm ready to be better. I'm willing to bet that he notices that, and I'm willing to bet your relationship has changed.
Yeah.
Jenny Lambeth said, can y'all keep me and my hubby and fam in your prayers? Got some stuff going on. Absolutely. All right, guys. I think that it's time to wrap it up. What happens when that two-way street becomes one? Well, you have to talk about it. That's the first step. You have to have a conversation about why it became a one-way street. What's changed? Because if you have a functioning relationship and everything is two ways and something happens and it becomes a one-way street, something in a relationship is not right. Figure out what the fuck it is, get to the root of it, and fix it.
Yeah, there's a roadblock.
Right. And it's not just, it's not all the superficial shit that's on top that they can throw out. There's a big underlying issue. So with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for everybody who joined us. We've been over 400 all night tonight. It makes me feel very special and loved.
Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all the super chats.
Yes, thank you for that a lot.
All of the support from everybody watching to everybody sending in the super chats. It really meant a lot. It was very validating to have this tonight.
We will be having a new form of content on Sunday night now that the internet is back. So be on the lookout for that live that pops up, because we will have AJ remote reading us questions and interview stuff, and we are going to be having in-depth discussions.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for that post or that
Pop-up?
thumbnail.
Thumbnail. There you go.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye, guys.